When we drop our kids off at childcare, we're not just handing over a backpack and a lunchbox. We're handing over our trust. But what is that trust actually built on? Well, it turns out it's not magic. It's a really carefully designed blueprint for communication. So today, we're going to decode those hidden rules that build that absolutely essential bond between parents and educators.
It's a really interesting question, right? Who protects the protectors? While all these amazing childcare professionals are focused on protecting our kids, there's an entire system in place designed to protect them and us, the parents, from all the chaos of miscommunication and conflict. And that system, that is exactly what we're breaking down today. I mean, let's be real. The whole parent-caregiver relationship is naturally filled with a little bit of anxiety. A stray comment, a little bit of gossip, or even just getting different messages from different people, it can create worry and chip away at that trust so fast. It is a super high-stakes environment where clear communication isn't just a nice-to-have, it's literally everything. And this is the absolute crux of it. If you don't have a clear, agreed-upon plan for how you talk, when you talk, and what you talk about, things can just fall apart, and they can fall apart quickly. That's why having a formal blueprint isn't just some stuffy corporate policy. It is the very foundation of a safe, trusting place for everybody. So, okay, how do you actually build that foundation? Well, it all starts with setting some really clear, proactive ground rules for every single interaction. This is where we shift from just worrying about problems to actively building a system that prevents them from even happening.
I love this phrase, discipline before drama. Now, what's so interesting here is that discipline doesn't mean punishment at all. It means creating a disciplined professional environment, one with clear routines and protocols. The whole goal is to build professional habits that stop personal drama or misunderstandings before they ever get a chance to start.
Okay, let's walk through these because each one has a really important job. A simple greeting, it makes families feel seen and welcome right away. Always being positive, that builds confidence. Confidentiality, and this is a big one, never gossiping about families is just non-negotiable. Going to the director first with a problem ensures everyone's on the same page. And documentation, that just creates a clear, factual record. See? These aren't just polite suggestions. They are the absolute bedrock of professionalism. Now, to make all this work, you need a quarterback, and that's the lead teacher. This role is specifically designed to be the single, reliable point of contact for parents. And why is that so important? Well, it stops parents from getting mixed messages from 3 different people, making sure everything they hear is consistent, accurate, and professional. All right, so let's shift gears into the day-to-day stuff. How does this blueprint actually work in practice? How do you keep parents in the loop and the whole staff aligned every single day? Well, it really comes down to knowing which channel to use for which type of message. And this lays it out perfectly. You've basically got a 2-track system. The digital app, that's for sharing joy. Pictures, positive notes, fun little updates about their day. But the sensitive stuff, bad news, any developmental worries, or private family matters, that is strictly for private, face-to-face, or phone conversations. That line in the sand is so critical for keeping things both transparent and respectful. And then, behind the scenes, there's another whole layer of discipline. Any written communication has to be looked at by the director first, just to make sure it's clear and professional. Big updates get shared both on the app and verbally during shift changes, so nothing gets missed. And if a parent brings up a concern, staff are trained to just listen and report it to the director before they jump in with an opinion. It's all about having a thoughtful response, not just an emotional one. But of course, even with the best system in the world, disagreements can still happen. So what's the plan then? The key is having a predictable, structured path for solving conflict, not as a punishment, but as a safety net for everyone. This is the guiding philosophy right here. The system is built to handle issues professionally. Taking complaints to social media or just gossiping about it, that completely undermines the structure of trust that everyone's worked so hard to build. The process itself is the solution. For parents, the path is super clear and logical. You start with the person who's closest to the situation, the teacher. If that doesn't solve it, you move up to the director, and the final stop is the owner or executive director. This hierarchy just makes sure problems get handled at the right level by the right people. Now, for the staff, the starting point is a little different depending on the situation. If an issue is with another staff member, the professional thing to do is talk to them directly first. But if the issue involves a parent, it goes straight to the director.
This protects the staff member and makes sure the center is presenting a unified, professional front from the get-go.
And here is the golden rule that holds this entire thing together. You do not break the chain of command. The director is the central hub. They have to be involved in any escalation to make sure procedures are followed, to mediate, and to protect everybody, the parents, the staff, and of course, the kids.
So as we wrap this up, it all kind of boils down to this one big question. In a world where so much depends on trust, especially when it's about our kids, is a predictable, structured blueprint for how we communicate more valuable than just winging it? This whole system seems to suggest that when the stakes are this high, structure isn't limiting. It's actually what creates the safe space where real, trusting relationships have the freedom to grow.